Cops, what's the most bullshit-sounding excuse you got that actually turned out to be true? I got the call around 9 a.m. Silver sedan crashed through the Henderson family's white picket fence on Maple Street. Standard fender bender, I figured. Probably some soccer mom texting while backing out her driveway. When I pulled up, I saw this beat-up Honda Civic sitting halfway through the fence, front bumper buried in Mrs. Henderson's prize-winning rose bushes. The driver door was hanging wide open, and this lanky 20-something kid was pacing around the car like he was having a panic attack. The second he saw my patrol car, he sprinted over, waving his hands above his head. "Officer, thank God you're here! I didn't do it, I swear on my mother's grave I didn't do it!" I stepped out, already reaching for my notepad. Kid reeked of panic sweat but no alcohol. His eyes were clear, pupils normal size. Not high either. "All right, son, just calm down and tell me what happened." That's when he said the most ridiculous thing I'd ever heard in my career. "My dog drove the car into the fence." I stopped writing and looked at him. "Come again?" "My dog, Bruno. He somehow shifted it into gear and crashed it." The kid was pointing frantically at this massive golden retriever sitting in the driver's seat, tongue hanging out, looking proud as punch. I rubbed my forehead. "Your dog drove your car." "Well, not drove exactly, but yeah. I just ran inside to grab my wallet, left the engine running because I was only going to be 30 seconds. Bruno must have jumped up front and stepped on something. I was about to start the whole drunk driving test routine when the kid kept talking. Look, I know it sounds crazy, but Mrs. Henderson has cameras. She's got that Ring doorbell thing and it points right at her driveway. You can see everything." Now I was curious. In 17 years, nobody had ever volunteered video evidence of their own stupidity. Mrs. Henderson came out, still in her bathrobe, looking annoyed about her roses. But when I explained what we needed, she pulled up her phone app right there on the sidewalk. "Let me find Tuesday morning around 9, she muttered, scrolling through the footage. The three of us huddled around her phone screen. There was the Honda, parked in the kid's driveway across the street, engine running, driver door wide open. "There I am," the kid pointed at the screen, "going inside to get my wallet." Sure enough, we watched him jog up to his front door and disappear inside. The car sat there for about 15 seconds, completely normal. Then Bruno appeared in the doorway. This dog was huge, probably 90 pounds of pure golden retriever enthusiasm. He hopped down from the house, sniffed around the yard for a second, then suddenly his head snapped up like he'd caught a scent. "Oh no," the kid whispered. "He probably smelled the Thompson's cat." Bruno bounded over to the open car door and jumped into the driver's seat. At first he was just sitting there, panting and looking around. Then he started getting excited, stepping back and forth across the seat. That's when it happened. The dog stepped right on the gear shifter with his back paw. We watched the car lurch forward as it shifted from park into drive. "Holy shit," I muttered, forgetting Mrs. Henderson was right there. The Honda started rolling down the kid's sloped driveway, picking up speed. Bruno was still in the driver's seat, tail wagging, probably thinking this was the best game ever. The car rolled across the street, hopped the curb, and plowed straight into the fence. Bruno jumped out and started barking at the wreckage like he was proud of his work. The whole thing was caught in perfect high definition. Mrs. Henderson was laughing so hard she could barely hold her phone. "I've seen everything now," I radioed back to dispatch. "Unit 47, I'm gonna need you to add dog driving to the incident report categories." The kid still got a citation for leaving his vehicle running unattended, but his insurance covered the fence. Bruno became a minor celebrity at the local dog park. Last week, I got called to another accident. Same street, different house. Some teenager texting while driving. When I asked what happened, he looked me dead in the eye and said, "Officer, I swear, my phone drove itself into that mailbox." I just shook my head and started writing the ticket.